I'm your biggest fan. Can you please sign my nipples after this?
How much are you going to pay me for this ride?
$69.69.
Wrong answer. $69,420. All right, and on that note...
Oh, are we including that?
Yeah, we are now. Welcome to another video, guys. I'm joined here by Kevin from the Jabal and Cars YouTube channel.
What's up, guys?
And we are reviewing a 2023 Toyota GR86 Anniversary Edition. Bright orange accents stitching on the shifter. It is an automatic. The 10th anniversary badge is here. MSRP on this car, just under 36. With destination, it's around $37,000. So that puts it like, what, 5K more than a premium GR86?
Maybe 4K more? Because
4K
I think
more?
with the premium, we're thinking about manual transmission. Auto generally adds about 1,000-ish to the price.
Okay. We already know mechanically, the only two differences, the Anniversary Edition has these 18-inch forged wheels, but they're still on the Pilot Sport 4 tires. There's still a 215 all around. And then we have the GR or TRD performance exhaust. I've never driven an automatic GR86 until today. We just hopped out of anime wrapped one right behind us.
And before you became a trader, you were a BRZ boy.
I was.
And you used to own the
Twin.
I
still own it.
Well, not for long.
Yeah, not for long. True. But I'm really curious just to see how this automatic transmission performs here today. Since it is an auto, by the way, we do get an extra cup holder.
Very nice touch.
We're going to put it into manual shift mode. I just love the fact that the GR gives you an actual oil temp.
Yep.
BRZ doesn't get that.
You just get the bar in the BRZ.
Yeah.
Let it rip. I am rocking my Zygrene shirt today. I can't believe I am riding passenger with the one and only Zygrene. I've waited my whole life for this opportunity.
Yeah, calm down, buddy. Denied me a downshift there. We don't like that. Ooh, kind of lazy upshifts. This is no DCT or PDK.
The thing that I always was amused by is how in the reviews they're like, oh yeah, get the manual or the auto, they're both great, it's a great automatic transmission. And I drove the anime wrapped one, which is also auto. Yeah. And I was like, what? This puts the slush in slush box.
This car needs to be a manual. It just does.
You remove so much of the driving pleasure, I feel, when you go automatic with this car. Because not only is it not a good automatic, the character of the car, it's so much more congruent to have a manual transmission.
I completely agree. That said though, the rest of the car's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's got good steering feel, better than average I would say for an EPS rack. Solid brake pedal despite this having the base brakes, which are just a 2-piston floating caliper up front. Good front end. Just feels so light, less than 2,900 pounds. 2.4 liter flat 4, 228 horsepower, 184 pound-feet. Doesn't feel underpowered out here. Maybe just a little after those other cars we drove, like the 987 Cayman S, obviously close to 300 horsepower, feels a lot peppier. Out here, because it's such a tight and technical road, and we're pretty much in second gear the whole time, the slow shifting auto doesn't actually matter that much because we're just in second gear.
In a manual, you could double clutch it into first on many of these corners, but this does not let you. It's pretty conservative.
It's true. Another thing, while we're waiting for this road to open up, because this is the automatic, it does have the Subaru EyeSight driving assists. So,
but even the 22 had that, didn't it? In the automatic?
In the automatic, yes. Yeah. Later model years, even in the manual, you can get that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah. Lane departure warning, pre-collision braking, blind spot detection, rear, cross traffic alert, I think that is. How do I know all these acronyms? Don't answer that question. Steering responsive headlights, which is you get that with the premium trim GR86 anyways. I tried all the systems this morning. This is the one thing I noticed which kind of annoys me. Standard manual cars without these systems don't have this. So the visor kind of gets partially blocked.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely where the EyeSight tech is.
Right. So if you're taller, you might have a hard time seeing out if you put this down like that. Just a little tidbit. I just love how nimble this car feels. It's a nice quick steer. steering ratio.
Would you call it too fast in certain situations? I feel like on the highway it's a little bit twitchy. It feels great on the canyon though.
Yeah, it's a little darty on the highway, I agree. I never really had a problem with it, to be honest. But I really like how quick this ratio is out here and on track as well. It kind of fits the ethos of, you know, lightweight, light controls, very tossable.
Yeah, I personally love it, and it's probably because I'm used to it, because even with the first gen, very fast steering ratio, and I drove that car for 9 years.
Right.
But I can see why people complain about it at times.
I mean, I daily drove my BRZ for a year and a half. I never had problems with that.
One thing that I'm noticing immediately is because this has the fake engine noise stock from factory.
Yeah.
Now in mine, I unplug the module because I prefer it that way.
This also has the exhaust.
True, but you're not hearing the exhaust as much right now.
On the freeway
at these RPMs at least.
This thing drones like it's so bad. Like it sounds like a $200 aftermarket exhaust when you're on the freeway. One thing that I thought was funny is just how low the offset of these wheels are. The fitment's way more flush. Not sure how I feel about the look of the wheels. I feel like they're a little bit over-styled, like the spoke design.
Probably won't age well.
Yeah, they won't age well.
You hear that like shrillness though of the augmented sound?
Like the sibilance, right?
The sibilance, yeah, the high frequency like this. It's a little bit unpleasant.
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I had to unplug mine immediately.
It never bothered me that much. I kept it on mostly because I wanted to hear the car on track or the engine on track.
That makes sense.
What really grinds my gears, push to upshift, pull to downshift.
No.
Yeah. So when you're late braking into a corner, you know, the G-forces are throwing you forward and you want to downshift, you have to work against the natural G-forces.
I'm surprised I got that wrong.
It's such a little touch, but it's one of those things that really grinds my gears. No pun intended, by the way. It feels like a slush box out of a Camry Sport. Oh, we got our oil temp up to 221. I mean, that's still a perfectly reasonable temp, but...
Just from canyon carbon, though.
It went up 30 degrees in the last 5 minutes. And... overheated GoPro. I think it's time to wrap up this video. This car is worse with an automatic transmission. What else is there to say about it? Also, Anniversary Edition, I do think it looks really cool on the outside. The orange really pops. The wheels, love them or hate them, at least they're much more aggressive than the stock wheels in terms of fitment. You know, mechanically speaking, it just feels like any other GR86. You're really just paying the extra money to have the 1 out of 860 that they made. It's special, it's got the stitching, it's got the orange accents. You know me, like I focus on the driving dynamics, and personally, I just get a regular one. That's exactly what I did a year and a half ago. I got just a limited BRZ and with a stick.
Take that 4K and put it elsewhere.
Otherwise, you guys know what I think about the BRZ and GR86. Great car. Just wish they could solve that nagging FA24 oil starvation issue. Whether Subaru fixes it or someone in the aftermarket fixes it, doesn't matter to me. That's the only thing, in my opinion, holding this car back from greatness. And with that, I think it's time for Kevin to take this thing for a drive.
All right, boys.
See you guys in the next one.